Hi guys, Todd here. I'm gonna do a walk through the yard like I've done twice before. So I did late summer, winter, and this is very early spring. So actually, before I get started over there, these are some plants that I ordered that just came in, some perennial, some bushes and vines and things. So this is on my agenda for the next couple of weeks here, things I need to do. So starting with a walk around the yard, you can see right here I have some blueberries just starting to bud out. Not too much progress with them just yet. And here's another one right here. Again, you can see some of the buds there. So this is March 27th, I believe. Just to give you an idea on the timeline here. So this is my gumi plant. And one of the things I found out about gumi this year, I did some winter trimming, and I found that I did the winter trimming so that I can do some plant propagation with it. And I found that the buds or the flowers only come out on the previous year's growth, which is what I cut off and planted. So you can see right here, I have a couple of flowers just about to open up. Let me look around. This one right here is almost open, and probably another day or two and these things will be out. So beautiful smell, kind of a jasmine smell with these things, and attracted lots of insects, beneficial insects. Over here, I don't know if I'd shown this before. This is on the outside of the fence. Let me zoom in, and that is my apricot bush right there. Actually, I had quite a few buds on that this year. And these are my two of my Nanking cherries right here. And you can see right there, I have a couple flowers left on it. If you look up the stalk right here, you see all these little red buds. Each one of these were a flower, and each one of those will be a Nanking cherry coming along. So come up on this one right here, you can see just how densely those things will be. It'll pretty much be a stick with nothing but red on it when those things come out, like a bunch of red gumballs, but they're cherries. Okay, continuing on with our walk here now. This is my multi-pear tree. So there's 4 different types of pear on here. Unfortunately, I only have one of them that's blooming out, and there's a lot of blooms here. But if you follow it all back, it comes back to this one main grafted trunk here, and I need them to cross-pollinate. So I'm not going to have pears this year, unfortunately, but hopefully some of these other grafts on here will bloom in the future, and I'll end up with some pears coming out. Peach tree here. I have enough peaches in this neighborhood, along with apricots and nectarines, that will allow this to bloom. So this one hasn't been really trimmed in a while. If you'll notice, it's a lot taller than it is wide, and usually you'll notice that a peach tree is very wide and spread out. So we'll see how this turns out. I've never seen this many buds on this tree before. It just loads on this one. And over here, again, this is the one that we started out, that I took my first picture of this video. And this is a nectarine here. Just again, loads and loads of buds on that. And right above, oh, actually, let me come back here. And if you notice right here, this is a comfrey plant just starting to come up. So this one I put in 2 years ago. Last year it was huge. It kind of filled up this whole area here. And this year, again, end of March, and it's starting to come and bud up on us. This right here is a plum tree, and you'll notice that a lot of blooms on that one. I have not actually had fruit. I've had fruit set on it. It never stayed on there long enough to ripen. I've always had some kind of damage on it. Boy, I don't know if you can see all the bugs buzzing around this thing, but just loads of little small bees, not honeybees, but other bees. I don't think I can zoom in and get them. It's too bright out here. Okay, moving on. Over here is my mulberry, and my mulberry has some buds on it here, you can see, but it's really not budding out just yet. Buds are swelling, but it's not totally budding out. this right here is my fig tree, and to my amazement, all the way up to the top, I actually have buds that are still alive. So we didn't have a huge, big freeze this winter. We went down below 10 degrees for I think 1 day, and that was it. So usually this thing dies back to the ground. So be curious to see what happens with this year, the fig. And let's see, back there is apple. None of my apple trees are budding out just yet. Back there is my sick cherry tree. I have some kind of fungus or something growing on that. I need to address that this year. And these are my hardy bananas, and I need to dig the leaves out and cut them back a little bit so that they can start growing, because down underneath I'm sure they're starting to grow because we're warming up some. Oh, I think I'm just misinformed you, because right in front of me here is an apple tree, and this one actually has some green coming out on it. So this is the first apple tree I've seen this year that actually has buds coming out on it. It's a little ahead of the other one over there. Okay, and looking right down below me here, you can see a little flower on this. This is my Korean bush cherry, and I'm actually for the first time getting flowers on that this year. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There's a quince or quince, Q-U-I-N-C-E back there, and don't know if you can see it, but lots of little red flowers on that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. This is kind of like a Rainier cherry here, and again, no real buds on that. Autumn olive right here in front of it, right next to it, gives the cherry a little nitrogen, and I have comfrey in 3 different spots around here, and that's starting to come up. Okay, walking along here, and this cherry tree is just starting to bud out. You can see some of the little buds on it. I can't tell from looking at it yet whether I'm going to get any flowers on it or anything. And right below me here I have let me see if I can find it. There it is. I have a Rosa rugosa, and this is a common rose bush that actually has large hips that are edible. The hips are where the seeds are, so it's kind of like a fruit on a rose bush. So hopefully I'll get some of those this year, and I can show you what they look like. Okay, moving along here, this is my red currant, and it's starting to bud out. It'll actually flower here in another, probably about a month. It's a bit early for it yet. And there's another apple tree, nothing on that yet. Don't know if you can see that, but I have a row of elderberries here, and they are all starting to bud out. And then over here, in the past I've been fenced off, but I opened the fence before I came over here. So this is my hugel bed, and this is a black currant right here, and it's starting to bud out. And Murphy, stop! My dog Murphy over there knocking rocks into my pond. Okay, back to it. I have 4 honeyberries in here. So there's one back behind the Nanking cherry, and another one back further over there. So all of those have had some flowers on them, and some still have flowers on them. Let me see if I can reach across and show you one here. These are closed currently. They were open earlier this morning, so I guess they open and close throughout the day. So hopefully I'll get some honeyberries. Honeyberries are like an elongated blueberry. Tastes similar to blueberry. Very good flavor to it. Right below me here is a goji berry. I had goji berries probably starting in July last year, and I had quite a few of them come out in July, and then not much going on, and then I had some more goji berries a little bit later on in August, and then again in September. So I had quite a few of those come out. And actually, here's a goji berry right here also, and this one was not planted, so this one just came from the seed from this plant over here. And you know what, I just noticed this is another goji berry right here. So I have lots of those I can dig up and move around. Okay, the whole reason I came back here to show you this section is right here, and you can't really see it because it's been blending in with the rocks, but that is a Nanking cherry, and this one is a little bit later than the ones that I'd shown you before, but you can see just how it is loaded with flowers on it, loaded with buds, and each one of these flowers is going to end up being a cherry. So I'm going to have lots and lots of Nanking cherries this year, which is a wonderful thing. And let's see, I have a high bush blueberry right here. Another high bush blueberry right there, and this is a low bush blueberry, and look at that. You can see all of those buds right there. Each one of those are going to be a flower, so I'm going to get a blueberry on each one of those. Like I said, we had a mild winter last year. This is a pomegranate, and pomegranates are hardy to zone 7, and this one is hardy to this zone. But like I said, last year we had a very, very mild winter, and this one has actually got buds forming on it. So again, it did not die back to the ground like it usually does. You can see some of the reddish kind of buds right here, reddish color buds. And let's see, I think that's about it for right now. I'll do another video of some other stuff here and get it posted, so check back. I'll try to get more videos posted up for everybody. This one's going on 11 minutes here. I don't want to make it too long, so look for another video coming soon. Thanks guys, bye.